All right, here we are once again. Another FOMC Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking day brings us back into the red as we predicted, as we warned about. Enjoy the pump while it lasts, because as soon as Jerome Powell brings us back down to reality, we are going to be literally moving down in the markets, and that is exactly what we got today. Full update coming at you guys. I appreciate all of you guys so much. Let's get right on into it. So, starting out today, we have the news that yes, U.S. Federal Reserve hikes rates to another 0.75% to 4%. So that's 0.75%, right? Once again, bringing us to 4% for our federal funds rate. We have 860 billion wiped out from the U.S. stock market today. As predicted, absolutely, we already knew this was coming. The U.S. added 263,000 jobs in September, slightly higher than expected, and 255,000 as the expectation. Now, this is the type of data, this is the type of reports that's giving Fed Chair Jerome Powell reason to continue rug pulling the United States economy, our 401ks, and popping the debt bubble. This is exactly what we predicted. You know, we just got to take Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve at their word that they're going to continue to raise interest rates. This is what they're telling us, right? Until they can bring us down with the inflation running well over 8%. And I'm listening to Jerome Powell, trying to listen to him speak today. He is a professional at dancing around the topic and the issue and the data. I mean, it's just unbelievable. He's a master at it. And after listening to him for about 20 minutes or so, I have to stop because I can't listen to someone like that talk. It just, I can't do it. You know, I have to turn it off because so much dancing and playing around. I shut down. I have to close out and watch something else. But that's what we always get from Jerome Powell. And he is telling us that they're going to continue to raise until they can bring the inflation back down. And we know that they're going to have to raise quite a bit because the inflation is running rampant. Okay? Being at a Fed funds rate of 4%, that's a good start. Taking the mortgage rates for the real estate back up to 7%, getting us close. Now, what's interesting about this, guys, is I call this video, the Federal Reserve rug pulls us again, but we expected this. This is a rug pull that we can expect. The Federal Reserve has only really a couple tools here: quantitative easing and controlling the interest rates, right? They are using the raising of interest rates to bring back down inflation. It is the number one issue that the Federal Reserve faces, right? And Jerome Powell says the most important asset that the Fed has is the people's trust. It's like, Jerome, no one trusts you, dude. It's just we have to listen to you because you're manipulating the whole economy. You're manipulating the whole debt bubble that is going to impact the rest of the world and already is. And as he continues to say, he says, our economy is doing fine, but some people are experiencing a little bit harsher than others is in regards to other countries. And you guys are seeing other countries having to devalue their currencies faster. And that means food riots, that means shortages, that means energy crisis, and that means war. But here in the United States, we get to report to Jerome Powell that we have 263,000 jobs in September. But what is the point that we've been making on that too? These are all people's second and third jobs. You know, they have to take 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet right now with the inflation running rampant. And these are not high-paying jobs, as we're seeing massive layoffs in the high-paying tech sector jobs getting wiped out. We are going to be covering that one later too. Elon about to fire half the staff and end the work from anywhere program that they had at Twitter. New program being implemented by Elon, that's for sure. But in regards to this S&P 500 chart, Michael Kramer, he did a 12-day shift, okay? So the technical analysis was off. The fractal wasn't lining up as good. So he shifted it 12 days, and now it's on perfectly. You can see that white chart is the white line there is the 2022 S&P 500 versus that 2008 S&P 500. And you can see what it did. You can see what it did. You can see how well that fractal matches up, and we are expecting to roll back down further. Now, today, once again, the S&P 500 fell 2.5% today. Its 54th decline of 1% or more this year. That's already the most downside volatility we've seen since 2009, and there's still 2 months to go. Interesting point. Moving 1% is volatile for the S&P 500, the traditional stock indexes. In cryptocurrency, I mean, we moved 20%, 10 to 20% in a day. Easily, and we're barely getting excited, right? I mean, we've weathered this storm and we understand that any pump that we get right now, until we get the absolute crypto purge and regulations and level playing field set, we know that this is all fake pumps. You know, we knew that the quant pump wasn't going to last. It just happened. And you name any of these other coins that pumped over the last 9 months, it was very short-lived, wasn't it? Right? And that's because they're not running on any utility. There's just random manipulation, random pumps taking place. But the macro fundamental analysis that takes us down to the downside is continuing. And once again here, the 54th day that we have more than 1% drop this year for the S&P 500. And you know, this is the traditional stock market, your traditional 401k program, and it is not looking so good. Now, Ray Dalio is warning that a painful credit crunch could tank financial markets and spark a recession, as a surge in government bond sales could cause private credit to dry up. Something is going to break. And it's going to break, and we believe it's going to break soon, next 3 to 6 months. If Fed Chair Powell keeps on raising us at every meeting, you know, even if they go to 50 basis points, folks, no one can handle where they've already taken the rates. Everything's already gone bust. As it was a hot topic in today's discussion with Fed Chair Jerome Powell, lagging. How the economy, how the data is lagging after he raises interest rates, after they implement their policy. All of the data, all of the real numbers, all of the real situation, i.e. people getting laid off because their companies can't cover their debt service, right? That's all lagging. So as we've been saying, though, the program is to raise until the next year. Until the beginning of next year, they're telling us that they're going to be raising. And that's what we're expecting right now. Okay? Now, continuing on, we have Wells Fargo. This is unbelievable. Wells Fargo prepares widespread layoffs for mortgage bankers. Their mortgage volumes are down 90% this year. Continuing on, Lance Lambert, this is in regards to real estate. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says, number one, the U.S. housing market was overheated during the pandemic. Number two, we need to get housing supply and demand back into quote unquote balance. And number three, we don't have the poor, quote unquote, poor mortgage credit issues that we saw in the last cycle. Number four, home prices, he says, are falling in some markets. Powell sounded a lot like, I don't know who that is, but shout out to Lance Lambert. Yeah, good points. Way to summarize that well for us. We understand that the real estate is a lagging asset class. And so, one, that asset class is going to move slower than the stocks, than the bonds, and some of the cryptocurrency, obviously. Cryptocurrency being the most manipulated and the fastest moving market asset class by far. But continuing on, Wall Street silver. The masses are distracted by the carnival of central bankers, the Fed, ECB, Bank of England, and Bank of Japan, and their games with rates while their economies implode. The real story is in what most of the rest of the world is going to do to prepare for the real crisis. Hashtag gold, as we covered last night. Central bank gold buys this year reach an all-time quarterly high in Q3, 400 tons purchased in the most on record. 400 tons of gold, 2.8 billion $2.8 billion worth of XRP sold to on-demand liquidity partners, and then 400 million tons. 400 tons. I'm getting my numbers mixed up here. 400 tons of gold purchased by central banks in Q3 alone. And then in Q3 alone for Ripple, $2.8 billion worth of on-demand liquidity sales. So, you know, this is what's happening in the real world, in the real markets, the real players, the moves that are happening behind the scenes while they read us off this narrative, right? They keep us in the dark while they stack record amounts of gold. Bring it onto our vault. Bring it onto our vault and up the security, please. Into our vault, up the security. Continuing on. Gold Telegraph reporting here. The United States is on pace to spend more to maintain its debt than on its own military. A mountain of debt is not pretty. So, folks, what we have here is, as we've been saying, people ask, does a deal work? Does cash flow cover debt service? It's as simple as that. Does cash flow cover your debt service, and do you have a chunk of profit at the end of that calculation, the end of that equation, the end of the month to pay yourself? That's how you know if a business is worth it or not. Now, in regards to our country, we cannot cover our debt service, our balance sheet. Our situation, our financial statement, way negative. Hundreds to the tunes of hundreds of trillions of dollars in unfunded liabilities negative. Not just 30 trillion in debt. Folks, we have to understand that it's hundreds of trillions of debt. Unfunded liability, Social Security and Medicare. Just those two alone is over 100 trillion. And we run record deficits, as you guys are seeing the last few years. Record deficits that we've been running. Record amount of money that the Federal Reserve is injecting in the Fed reverse repo market, which is the market that you got to inject into the banks. It's the market that settles up between the banks on the back end, basically. That's what it is. The overnight lending that's happening. All these short-term loans that these companies are taking out, they got to be able to pay them back. They got to be able to have liquidity. So right now, what we have is a situation where the cash flow does not cover debt service for our United States government, and we're now having to spend more to maintain our debt, to pay the interest on our national debt, than we are on our own military. Now, another thing to note too is that they reported that Social Security is having its largest increase in decades or something like that, right? And that's because the cost of living has gone up so much, right? So that's how that's supposed to operate. It's supposed to be based off of the cost of living, right? So the inflation has gone up, so Social Security is going to be getting an increase as well. So once again, the unfunded liabilities that the federal government has promised us, they cannot cover. They will not be able to cover this. More in payments, more in stimulus. Now we have to hand out a UBI check to everyone every week. Every month we got to send out checks, right? And just continue to expand the welfare state, continue to bail out the businesses. Now, as soon as all these programs dried up, now you're seeing Main Street fold. Now you're seeing Main Street shut down. Last month in business. Come by the restaurant for one more time. And that's a sad situation many Americans facing right now. Now, continuing on, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. On our war front, Zero Hedge, reporting here, Russia preparing to move 70,000 civilians from the Kherson region. That's eastern Ukraine. Let's watch that one closely. Moving on. Win says, so XLS20 NFTs on the XRP ledger went live. Basically, all user-facing transactions signed with the Zum wallet using our platform. Very proud. Yeah, so Win, and I'm probably not saying that right, is the creator of XRPL Labs. So that is not Ripple. Please understand that. This is not Ripple. This is XRPL Labs. This is developers outside of Ripple building on the XRP ledger that built the Zum wallet. The Zum wallet and platform allows easy payments, send, receive, integrate on the XRP ledger by XRPL Labs. For support, please use the in-app support X app. Okay, so this is a beautiful, beautiful app. It's a wallet that stores your XRP, and then it stores all of your native assets on the XRP ledger as well. Further integrations coming. Obviously, NFTs coming to the XRP ledger is massive. And what he's reporting in this is, what did the go live do to our platform? And he says right here, we could clearly see the amount of sign requests per second increase, and we could also see the backend latency increase from almost nothing to still just a little bit more, almost nothing. So basically, the network is handling it with ease. It is no problem. We did report yesterday that some of the transaction fees had gone up. We saw that some people were paying a quarter XRP to mint their NFT, 0.25 XRP. And that just reiterates our point, guys, about how when the networks does get congested, when we get more utility, when we get more users, when we get more network activity, the minimum transaction is going to be 10 drops. So it's like 0.000001 XRP is your minimum transaction, 10 drops. But during times of network congestion, we can see that fee go up, and it did. It went up to 0.25. Now, if this was Ethereum, the network gets congested, you wait hours, and then the fees go up to like $50 to mint your NFTs. Not the case here, right? Still 0.25 XRP, but when we get to a higher price for XRP, you start to see that it might cost you a little bit to use the XRP ledger. You're going to need XRP to actually use the XRP ledger too, and you need a minimum of 10 XRP to open a wallet. So if XRP were to go to some of these higher prices that are crazy to talk about, we won't dare mention how many digits we're talking about and speculating on. Then the transaction fees go up to 0.25 XRP, go up to half an XRP. You see where this goes. You know, let's just throw out a number. 1,000. Let's just do 4 digits. 1,000 XRP. 1,000 per XRP, right? You would need $10,000 to open an XRP wallet. They really created this thing for utility, liquidity, and not for Joe Blow to be kind of just holding on to, right? I mean, it's meant to be used. It's meant to provide liquidity for the XRP ledger and for other assets and other networks, right? But what we're seeing right now is the NFTs went live. Meme coins went live last year. People realized that the XRP ledger is open source, permissionless, and they started to take advantage of that technology and build their shit coins on the XRP ledger. So that's why you've seen the rise in all these XRP tokens and airdrops. And we've done a couple sessions within my Discord group about how to do airdrops properly, how to vet out projects for airdrops. Some of us in the community have made some money, you know, getting airdrops, doing basically the DeFi hustle on the XRP ledger. But this is only going to grow. That opportunity is already going to grow. So if you're already tapped in on DeFi and how to do all that, this is going to be prime for you over the next couple years because you're already in on XRP. You already have plenty of XRP to use the network, and your cost basis on your XRP is relatively low as well too. So one thing that I think about is the escrow function. It's so beautiful, guys. You want to talk about locking up some XRP for your future generations? It's already built into the XRP ledger through the hooks. And they're bringing a smart contracts amendment to improve and build upon, expand smart contracts for the XRP ledger too. That's going to be coming out probably in the next year as well. So they started with NFTs, which is a function of smart contracts, right? Digital rights to a smart contract, essentially. So we're just going to get all of that utility getting opened up and all that DeFi potential coming to the XRP ledger over the next little bit here. It's going to be very, very exciting. And for us, we have such a low cost basis that it doesn't cost us that much to actually use the network. And that Zum wallet, I'm not here to show the Zum wallet. I don't even think they do referrals, right? Like there's no referrals. There's no BS. It's basically just a wallet for the people. I don't even think that they're making a profit. I mean, maybe they have other part of their business that they profit off of, but as far as I'm concerned, the wallet itself is just free for XRP ledger users. I mean, what a fantastic thing to see, guys. This is awesome. And it works so much better than all these other ones. I mean, what the hell was I doing? MetaMask, and I'm using MoonPay to buy Ethereum, and I'm paying, $50 in gas fees to mint 10 NFTs. I'm just like, what am I? And then I wait 15, 20 minutes for the transaction to go through. I'm just like, what am I doing, right? This is completely different. It's already operating flawlessly. The network was already built for scalability and function, and that's why he's reporting that his wallet and the ledger itself is not having any issues handling this. The function of seeing the transaction fees go up, well, that's, just a supply and demand dynamic right there. And this is all great for us because it brings scarcity. Every single transaction you send on that XRP ledger burns XRP. And that's the point, guys. That's the point. It sounds like not that much right now, but when XRP goes to a higher price, right? Your transactions will still be relatively cheap, but they will cost you maybe a few bucks, right? And you may be saying, well, what happened to all these cheap transactions? These basically free transactions on the XRP ledger. Well, that's only going to last for so long. And this function, how it works, prevents spam. It prevents everyone from putting their meme coin and doing their bullshit on the XRP ledger, right? It prevents spam by doing that. So it's a beautiful function. Now, if you're using it for real utility, you'll be happy to pay, even if it's a little bit more in your fees. Relatively, the fees are going to stay below $1 probably for a very, very long time. Very long time. I mean, we're going to have to go to a much, much higher price before those fees go up. And we're going to have way more network activity. But eventually down the road, you see where this comes into play. And it comes into, there will never be 100 billion XRP. Take that out of your calculation. There will never be probably, I mean, guys, here's the deal. Ripple has about, just under 50 billion XRP now in their escrow account. We don't know how much they're sitting on in their wallets. And then we have a bunch of other institutions that have their XRP locked up for utility as well. Here's the deal with the calculation is you're never going to have, more than probably, I don't even want it. I'm just going to end this conversation right now, right there, because here's the deal. I heard someone else talking about this. No one knows the value of these networks. And that's what we've been saying this whole time, is that people want to think that a crypto can't surpass the market cap of Bitcoin without realizing that some of these smaller networks settle more than the market cap of Bitcoin in a day, every single day, easily. They do it in the first few hours of the day. The biggest networks in the world make crypto look like child's play. And so these new projects that we're investing in are the ones that solve those problems. Now, as far as speculation on how high of a price we go, that's how we get to an assumption that even if we're halfway wrong, we change our life and we, start to begin building generational wealth just off this XRP bag alone. It's a big bag, and it's very likely that we're going to go to a very decent price that changes our lives. 3, 4, or 5 digits isn't a conversation for some people who have very small minds, have a very negative mindset, and are already have limited thinking. Let me catch myself. They have limited thinking. Let's just leave it at that. And they don't understand how big these markets are. And they don't understand that you're not going to have 50 billion XRP to settle any of these networks. There's not that much XRP available. Now, let's take a look at our Bitcoin chart real quick. And what did we tell you guys right here? This played out so perfectly. Okay, so you see this top yellow horizontal line, that's going to be the low that we hit. That was at the end of, that was the 31st, right? That was the 31st. We hit 20,230. Okay, let's delete that. We took that one out. Today, we go down to 20,050. Now, we had a little pump. Let's zoom in on our 15-minute chart. You guys will see this. This is the volatility right over here. Let me make sure that you guys can see this chart right there. That volatility right in here, right? That was right before Jerome Powell started speaking. And this is what we said. We said, watch out, guys. They might pump it one last time before they bring us back on down. And now here they are. And let's zoom out just a little bit further. That bottom yellow line is going to be my average entry on my Bitcoin short. So we are getting closer for me being back into profit, okay? But you guys can see right here on this 15-minute chart, we did that bounce off of 20,058, and we've recovered back to 20,300 for our Bitcoin, okay? But that pretty much played out perfectly as we had been warning about, okay? We'll go back a week to the 25th new moon solar eclipse. We've gone over this 1,000 times, right? We said, guys, look out, there's potential for a bull trap rally. And actually, let me pull up the sticks and I'll show you guys. Let's look at this on the, let's go daily chart. Let's go daily chart and let's pull up daily chart. And oh yeah, let's pull up our moon phase indicator because that is part of our technical analysis as well. So on the very left, you can see that's where that full moon came in. That's the full moon of October. Okay, played out perfectly. Where did we wick down in October to? 18,100 for October. You bet we were shorting Bitcoin. You already know we took our profit there. That was a nice little trade. And then going on into the new moon of October, partial solar eclipse. That was on the 25th. We said, watch out for the rally. You see these green candles on the daily. Massive, massive, guys. I mean, look at this. This is, just in a couple days time there, we went up almost 10% for Bitcoin right there, right? And now you see us coming back down, and you're not going to believe this, actually. I'm going to show you guys. Let me pull this up and verify this real quick. The full moon of November is on the 8th. Yes. It's so awesome. It played out so perfect, guys. So the full moon lunar eclipse is going to be on November 8th, and that is our election day, right? So this is where we're expecting for this bullish energy to come in. And as we've been warning, expect a pump up until Jerome Powell speaks. And by the time he gets speaking, and then within 24 hours after that, look for the prices to roll over, look for the charts to roll over. And as you can see, let's pull back up our charts. Absolutely, this is where we are at. Back on down to 20,000. And then we have slightly recovered back up to 20,300, but we have broken structure, and it is some confirmation here from Jerome Powell that he needs to tighten this thing up, that he needs to end the party, that he's not refilling the punch bowl. He's got to be mean to us. And it's so funny because everyone was saying, don't fight the Fed, right? When it was low interest rates and everything was pumping, everyone was having a great time. Jerome Powell was bringing in another 30 rack. He was bringing in another, bottle. He was bringing in the keg and turning up the music. Everyone said, don't fight the Fed. Invite Jerome Powell in. And now that Jerome Powell's saying, yeah, I'm tapped out. I'm good for tonight. We're heading home. We're wrapping up. Time to turn it down, kids. Everyone's fighting it. Now everyone wants to fight the Fed. But we take what the market gives us, right? So, these opportunities that we've been riding the waves. You guys are seeing on that moon phase pattern, we've just been riding the waves, okay? And now we see Bitcoin back down to that 20K level. We're going to take profit. We're going to make money on this Bitcoin short that I'm currently in. And I'm not here to give you signals or financial advice, but I'm just sharing you guys, what I'm doing right now. And then, guys, I want to get into a Q&A session. I see we got 600 with us in the chat. I did want to take some questions tonight. I want to see where you guys are at with everything. It's been a minute since I've taken some Q&A. So I figured I would set aside some time tonight to answer all of your questions. And before I do that, I just want to say that you can find everything over at my website. And as I've been saying lately, guys, if you're looking to roll over your 401k retirement account to precious metals, get in touch with my partner. It's at the top of my website, and it's the precious metals link in the description of every video. Get in touch with my people. Roll over your 401k to precious metals if you think that that is the best move. If that is something that you're considering right now, they will help you do so. Okay? Now, let's get into some rapid fire Q&A tonight. We have been talking about how this is just a perfect setup, played out perfectly. We went all the way up to 20,700, 20,800, I think was the high wick. Let me take a look at the chart, actually. Yeah, that 21,000. No, that's right. 21,000 for our Bitcoin, right? My trade was down like 35, 40%. And I'm just sitting there, talking with the Discord group, telling, yeah, guys, we're down 30% right now. This is why, don't copy my trades. I'm not here to give you guys signals. I'm not a trader. See, I'm not a trader. This is fundamental analysis as far as I'm concerned. The technical analysis, that I don't really use it as far as what you guys would consider, what most people consider technical analysis, watching the charts, doing Fibonacci extensions, retracements, doing all this and that. For me, I just draw support, resistance. If we get back up here, I understand the macro picture takes us down. I understand that Bitcoin's overvalued, so I'm going to enter a short. And I'm going to understand the moon phase pattern. I'm not going to ask why. Why do they worship the moon? I'm not going to ask why they're going to dump the market on this full moon lunar eclipse. I'm just going to take advantage of it, right? I'm just going to buy the dip. If I want to buy my assets on the low, I'm just going to time out this pattern, right? And that's what we've been doing. And I would encourage you guys to stay tapped in because we've been timing this thing perfectly. And it's not about trading. I'm not here to be traders, right? It's about, hey, have that stance, be strong when we go lower, have that conviction. If you're looking to fill your bags, if you're looking to make that move, you are prepared. You have your limit order set, right? You have your buy order set, and you can acquire these assets when they go down, right? You don't got to get emotional when we pump the 21K because this is a fake bull trap rally because Zach has shown us the moon phase indicators. He predicted to us days in advance. He said, guys, look out for a fake out bull trap rally around the new moon partial solar eclipse. First eclipse, but it's around a new moon. New moon always brings the bullish energy. New moons usually bring that bullish energy, right? 5 days before, 5 days after. As waters above crypto taught us a year ago. You just add it to the technical analysis. But that, like I said, the technical analysis really isn't for me. Mostly I'm just understanding the fundamental picture right here. And then I'm listening to Fed Chair Jerome Powell to say that the party's over. And I'm accepting it. I'm saying, okay, where's the DD at? Someone take us home safely. Right? The vehicle that's going to take us home safely is the suppressed assets, is a business that's recession proof, is precious metals. That's what takes us to paradise. That's what takes us home. That's what takes us home safely from the party. Everybody else didn't build a real business, was speculating in real estate, had no idea what the hell they were doing with their stocks. Either they were speculators or they just drank the Wall Street Kool-Aid and let their money manager handle it. Now, I seen recently an article talking about how if you say not financial advice, that doesn't really protect you, right? Because if you're shilling, if you have a message, if you're doing something, it doesn't necessarily protect you specifically and especially with securities as well. And I get that. I understand where they're at with that. Now, my argument would be, how the F has that program worked out for the financial advisors? How is that worked out for the real estate agents that can take a 1 month long? I mean, in 30 days, you can get certified to become a real estate agent, a broker, right? And you can give people financial advice on real estate. And really, the course to become a certified financial advisor is pretty simple too. I've actually thought about doing it. If I get some spare time in the next year or so, I might. Because just to cover myself, but you know, guys, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm not here to be your financial advisor. I'm telling you what I am doing. That's all I'm doing here. And I'm the only person with a following, with a community this large that's never taken a paid promotion. Period, full stop. Now, but it's an absolute joke. These guys that call themselves financial advisors, that program's a complete failure. And then the real estate agents can give you financial advice on everything, right? Anything to get you to buy that house, anything to get you to do that deal. Now, I'm not beating up on brokers. I'm not beating up on anybody. There's good financial advisors, the good real estate agents. I'm just saying it's a joke. 30-day, 90-hour class and you get your certificate. What the hell does that mean? And I'm not just saying that their program's not working out and we're not doing anything about it, like we're losing too. We're not losing. My trading bag is up 80% in the last 3 months. While these guys are thinking about having to get another job. That's where we're at. All right, guys, what are we working with? What are we working with? All right, we got a bunch of haters on TikTok, so if they want to pull up, we can have that conversation. What are we working with, YouTube? Lobster Wallet is BS. Lobster Wallet, there's a lot of projects on there. Similar to the XRP ledger, a lot of people built shit coins on XLM as well. And they're just scams. They're not real value. They're not going to do anything. So prepare for food shortages as well. Yes, we're already seeing we need to prepare because inflation, for one, is going to make food that much more expensive. But we also have shortages underway as well. We have grain deals falling apart. So even if we don't experience shortages, you're going to get less. You got shrinkflation. You're getting, 25, 50% less in your package. They're disguising the way that they're doing that, right? And then you're just getting outright cost increases as well. Could you discuss the newest Forbes article about lawsuit settlement? It's becoming mainstream, Connor, and it's great to see. And we did cover how basically now Jay Clayton and Bill Hinman both have exposure to the Crypto Council, the companies that they're representing now, are part of the Crypto Council initiative that just filed an amicus brief. So the SEC is getting completely exposed on everything. I've been talking about it forever, and we've been watching this lawsuit now for almost 2 years. So to see the mainstream finally tap in is nice, and to see everyone, as I just titled last night's live stream, everybody is hopping on the Ripple XRP bandwagon. We've been here. Nothing has really changed for us, right? Except our bags have gotten way fatter. So that's a blessing from God, and I guess from the SEC stalling out this case. What else are we working with? I don't know about NFTs. How do I learn about them? NFTs are basically, an NFT is just your digital property rights. It's your rights to something in digital form. Don't overcomplicate it. All the pictures that you see are bullshit. All of them. And I'm just saying that, I'm just generalizing that because 99.99% of them are. Some of them have utility. NFTs are going to be massive. But as far as NFTs, we haven't really I haven't invested in any NFTs. I've gotten a couple for free. I have not invested in any NFTs yet. But NFTs coming to the XRP ledger is absolutely massive. We're muting people on TikTok. They must be getting crazy on TikTok. What's up? What's up, guys? Would love to see you and Coach JV have a table talk. Y'all are on the same page. Yeah. What is the realistic price prediction for... I'm just going to start taking these rapid fire. Realistic price prediction for 2023, double digits. Zach, could you do a session on the XRP live ledger? Yeah, it's massive. It's pretty simple to use, though. Zum Wallet makes it very easy. What is the purpose of allowing general public to buy XRP? Where does that part fit into the equation? They had to test the network, Shaky Leg. That's why they did it. Super chat from Keep It Clean Digital. I appreciate that. Keep It Clean Digital 2 spot. Thank you for the super chat. Like, put my deeds on NFTs. Linda, exactly. Yeah, you're going to be able to put everything of physical, digital form on NFTs, in NFTs. It's, yeah, it's going to be massive. Thank you for doing what you do. Yeah, thank you guys. Where do you guys get your physical gold and silver? Well, I already told you guys, big hitters. If you're looking to get a big bag of gold or silver, my partner at my website will get you hooked up, but you have to make a big investment, a big allocation. And then if you're looking to roll over your 401k to precious metals as well, they will get that done as well. So if you're looking to roll over your retirement account, I buy from my local dealer. I buy silver from my local dealer, and I believe in establishing a relationship with your local dealer so that you have someone to sell your physical precious metals to if you so please. And if you just need to get more, you just want to have a relationship with them for buying and selling. I mean, whatever. I'm not, some people say, I'm never selling my silver. Okay, well, that's fine. But like, you know, what's wrong with taking some profits if silver goes to 3 digits, right? You know? But yeah, they let the public get XRP so that they could test the network and build liquidity. That's the other thing that it did. Uh-oh. We got a new subscriber on TikTok. Who's the new subscriber? Huge shout out. Thank you, guys. Thoughts about 5,000 XRP? That's what I have now. I think that 5,000 XRP is a really solid bag. Really solid bag. Any suggestions to ship silver coin to another state? My partner will actually deliver it to your house. But like I said, you got to make a pretty serious allocation. They don't do $500 buys. No, the same page talks the same way to find the best ways to have opposite opinions. Azorian, that's a great point, and that's why I haven't really been antsy to do interviews and do sessions and collaborate with anybody else in the XRP community, really. I mean, I have so much respect for so many of these guys and gals, but yeah, I mean, I feel like for me, I want to bring my own unique perspective. I want to bring my own unique take. I want to add something new and fresh. And I only want to collaborate with those that are going to bring something new and fresh to the table too, right? I don't need to do a collab with the 50 new influencers that just stepped up in the last year, right? Including myself, right? I am one of those. Um, but yeah, I want the community, I feel like, wants something new. And so I've talked with these guys. It's just, yeah. As we have more time through this fall and winter, we're going to do a lot of interviews, but my focus is to primarily actually interview people outside that I disagree with. Like you're saying, who was that said that? That was a great point. Azorian 888. That was a great point, and that's exactly what I'm looking forward to do is, I had an interview with Alan. I brought on Alan Staple because he had something new to bring. It was an interesting conversation. He had new information that was new to the whole XRP community, and we got the exclusive interview with Alan. Huge shout out to Alan for stepping up and giving us that. And then I went in the same week, last week, and did Reggie Middleton, who has the DeFi patent. And that was a guy who, I had to ask him some tough questions, I guess. I asked him some good questions, and we had a great conversation. To me, that's refreshing. That's something to share with the space. To just go around and, we all talk about XRP, have the same conversation that we've all been having. Like haven't made time for that. Zach, keep it real. That DeFi dude had some info. Stay 100. Oh, completely. I mean, Reggie Middleton, I have a huge amount of respect for him after that conversation. I kept my mind open, had the conversation, had an adult conversation, asked him some tough questions, and the response that he gave me makes me believe that he's a real one. He's a real one in the space. He's trying to do. I think that he has big, ridiculous goals. I think that his goal is ridiculous. I don't know if he's going to be able to achieve all of his dreams, but most people aren't, able to accomplish all of it. But we'll see how far he gets. And as far as waking me up, and I call it the Reggie pill. I think that everyone in the space needs to take the Reggie pill, which is understanding that we need to respect patents. We need to respect patents. Yes, you have open source, permissionless, decentralized technology, but then you also have technology that will be patented, that you're going to have to respect. You cannot copy. So he kind of woke me up to that whole issue. For me, everyone should know about Reggie. Everyone should know his story, and everyone should be watching it because he's going after Coinbase first. So he's going after a relatively big hitter in the space, Coinbase, first with a lawsuit. We'll see how that plays out. I want to join your group and become part of the family so we can all make huge changes and giant moves together in the future. AR, I appreciate that comment, and I understand that groups like mine and other groups that you just mentioned is an investment. I get it, and you give money to your favorite creators, right, to support the channel, and I couldn't do it without your guys' support, right? Not only my Discord community, but the super chats that we get on YouTube, you guys just helping me spread this content far and wide by smashing the thumbs up. That all helps me, right? And I appreciate all of that. And then when it comes to what I'm doing in my group, it is unique. It includes some different perspectives and aspects that I don't see in any other groups. And, specifically, I'm talking about we cover all of our basics, all of our assets from prepping essentials, business, real estate, precious metals. And then we talk about cryptocurrency, of course. And then obviously we're just staying up to date with everyone, just sharing information in that group 24/7. So it's a unique group. It's a unique family of like-minded individuals committed to investing in and researching and understanding this technology so that we can change our lives, so that we can build generational wealth and keep generational wealth. And so I understand it is an investment, and we would love to have you guys in there, and I'd love to see you guys commit to it. I think it's going to change people's lives. But right now, what we're focused on is how do I change as many lives? And what that means, it's not just how, I want to change the world, man. It's not that. It's we need to get people to understand these suppressed assets. We need to get people to understand how to build wallets out, use exchanges, get set up for DeFi. And that's just in the crypto space, right? Like understand what an NFT is. That's just in crypto. But we talk about all of the asset classes in my group, and I'm still in the process of building it out. It's definitely not a finished product. It's not where I want it to be at. But this fall, winter, I'm making a major investment and commitment to launching new resources, products, and having exclusive classes, seminars that are really going to help people understand the game, understand how to build and create generational wealth, and then how we can save money on taxes and build out structures to save it, to preserve it from government, from our enemies, from our haters. There's a lot of people that are going to be coming at us over the next bit. It's not going to be smooth sailing. And so that's something that we've always talked about in my group, and that many of us are tapped in on, is that this isn't, they flip the switch, we get rich, and we're meeting on the yacht next year. That's not how this timeline plays out. And so it's let's have fun, but let's be real, and let's prepare with real strategies that are going to take us through to the other side. So I try to drop as much free game as I can, but if you guys are looking to go to the next level, if you guys are looking to grow your business, if you're looking to figure out cryptocurrency and have an understanding, or if you simply just want to join a family of like-minded individuals who will be coming into generational wealth, who will have means, and who will be looking to change the world, that's also what we're going to add for you as well. JJ, thank you for the 2-spot. Team up and build a community ODL in your local area. So, yeah, I mean, right now, you're free to use the XRP ledger for all your transactions. Like, I think that, JJ, that's a great point, but you can do it now. It's all there, right? You can just, like, the Zum wallet's money for utilizing the XRP toolkit and utilizing the XRP ledger. The Zum wallet allows you to do it all. You want to buy any of the native XRP ledger tokens like Casino Coin or, you name it, Reaper Coin, whatever you want. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of them on the XRP ledger now. You can all do it along with just sending your XRP as well, along with I think that they've now enabled setting up escrows as well, or that's going to be coming very soon within the Zum wallet. But already within the XRP ledger and the XRP toolkit, you can do that as well. For me, what the big hiccup for me is, as far as building out anything like that myself, is I have no technical understanding other than as a consumer, as someone who's going to use it. But I have no idea how to build out anything like that. And I see serious moves within the community like XRPL Labs building out the technology and making it's already there, basically. You know what I'm saying? So we've talked about it recently because, for example, using PayPal, the people can, pay on Patreon with PayPal. But you also can just pay with your bank, your debit card and credit card, whatever, right, too? But we've talked about with the team about accepting cryptocurrency for the group as well. But, it's just another layer. It's just another team member. And that's another thing, too, on the back end, guys, is I have a team that helps me with all this, that's trying to help me help as many people as possible before the opportunity leaves, before the opportunity's gone. And that's what's so critical about right now is, if you make that commitment to understand this technology, to acquire these assets, it will pay off. How big is it going to pay off? Well, that's the whole conversation that we're having, right? We think it's going to be pretty big. We think it's going to be pretty massive, and we do think it's going to be the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. But XRP is just one part of that. Crypto is just one asset within that transfer of wealth. So for us, it's been about understanding all of these assets. AR, thank you for that 20 spot super chat. Says, see you in there. Thanks for that. Was all I needed to hear. Much love. AR, I appreciate that, man. And we're going to be very happy to have you within our family, for sure. For sure. Explain to me why so much XRP is needed in any pool when it is back there in 3 seconds. Nucktex, that's a good question. You have 44 million messages sent every day just on Swift. You have 25 million sent every day just within securities. So you have hundreds of millions of transactions that are sent every day within the financial system, within the financial infrastructure, on top of all the micro retail payments as well. So you need a lot of liquidity to be able to handle the value of those transactions. And then you simply need more XRP because your XRP is going to be preoccupied. If you can only use so much XRP, right, every 3 to 5 seconds it settles, you're going to need more XRP because you need to have 44 million messages settled up in one day on Swift, 25 million within the securities markets, and then you guys already know that it's going to be much bigger than that as well. So we can conservatively say hundreds of millions of messages and transactions sent every day within the financial system. How do you do that with, limited XRP? How do you do that with an XRP that's at a cheap price? You can't. You can't. You need a higher price of XRP or you need more XRP. But oh wait, there's a limited supply of XRP. So then you go back to you need a higher price. Right? There's only two dynamics right here. There's only two parts of this equation, two factors. You either need more XRP or you need a higher price to give you that liquidity. 44 million messages sent every day on Swift, $6 trillion in daily volume. But oh, wait, remember the market that's twice the size of Swift? ACI worldwide, 14 trillion in settlement every single day? 14 trillion. So if they have twice the amount of value, we could probably say conservatively they're about twice as many transactions. So they're probably 80, maybe 100 million transactions per day on ACI worldwide, 44 million transactions per day on Swift. So to answer your question, that you either need more XRP or you need a higher price. So it takes less XRP to move more, right? How much do you hold? How much is it worth? That is irrelevant to your situation. You don't need to know the answer to that question. You don't need to know how much XRP I got. If you're questioning my conviction, well, it's about 90% of my overall cryptocurrency bag is in XRP. I can tell you that. Heard XRP is being bought out by ETH. What does that mean? What are you talking about, Life Changer? What does that mean? What about Circle, Zach? Circle is just another stable coin for US dollar. That's all Circle is. It's not a competitor to XRP. Do I have quant? No, I have no quant. Surfshark69 says, I'm selling my interest in a producing Texas oil field for 25,000 XRP. Let me know. See, that's actually very interesting because we're about to see everything tokenized, right? So this guy is trying to shill his interest in a producing Texas oil field for 25,000 XRP. What would be the value of that? 25,000 XRP, what is that worth at 50 cents? It's worth like 12,500, maybe, 12, 13,000. I guess XRP's down, probably down today. I haven't even checked the price of XRP today. See, guys, that's where I'm at. I haven't even checked the price of XRP today. I've only watched my Bitcoin short. It doesn't matter what XRP's at today. My bags are packed full. I have no plans on buying until we get back down to, 25 cents. Down below 30 cents, I'll make a buy. Any word on the Flare airdrop? We're waiting for the exchanges. I don't blame Flare at all. Flare is dealing with the exchanges, and the exchanges are dealing with the regulators. I do blame the exchanges because I kind of think that they don't really care. They just want to make sure that they're covered and making money. But really, the whole thing comes down to the regulators and our government not giving us regulations and clarity. So I don't blame Hugo Filion with Flare, the CEO, right? The founder. I don't blame him. I don't really blame the exchanges. It comes back to our government, the SEC, Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, like these people that have not given us clarity and understanding. That's why Flare is not released right now. If we had an understanding of how all that was going to work out, the exchanges would be cooperating and it would already have been done. It's not Flare's fault. Have they misrepresented when it was going to happen? Well, they probably wanted to put out something, So yeah, they were off, but that doesn't mean that they haven't delivered or that they're not going to deliver, I should say. That doesn't mean that they're not going to deliver. We still got to hold out here. What platform is good for shorting? There's multiple exchanges. I use KuCoin. You can find a link for KuCoin down below in the description of every video. I use KuCoin. I use Uphold. I don't care about exchanges. I don't care. Whatever wallet secures it, whatever exchange gets it to you. I don't make any recommendations, but I do have a couple links down below. What do you think of HBAR? Doesn't turn me on. The way that they've been dumping supply of HBAR on the markets, not something that I like to see. If we value XRP to the US dollar, what happens when it crashed? How will XRP be valued? So here's the deal, guys. That's where 50,000 XRP is realistic because we don't know what's going to happen to the value of the dollar. I mean, my prediction is that it's going to be destroyed. Many other people think that it's going to be completely destroyed and have to be reset. To think about, it used to be 25 cents for a gallon of gas. Now it's $6, right? And now we have the worst inflation in 40 years, right? 40, 50 years, whatever it is. We're right back there, So what's the value of XRP going to be? It's going to be very freaking valuable because we need liquidity. We have a debt crisis. That's what the value is going to be. Are you going to want to trade it for 50,000 USD? Maybe not. Maybe 50,000 USD won't pay for a meal. I mean, this has happened in countries in the past. So if we study history, we understand that fiat dollars don't last, fiat systems don't last. This has been a pretty long experiment so far, working out pretty well. But that is coming to an end. And as we covered at the start of the show, our government is hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt. Our government's bust. They can't afford their bills. They're now having to pay more in interest than they are on paying for their military. And we have the biggest military in the world by far. That's how bad it is. Bretton Woods inbound. Yeah, I do predict there to be another Bretton Woods agreement. Bretton Woods 3, I would call it. What else are we working with, guys? Do you think the XRP will drop again before it goes up? Yes, probably. Just did today. Guys, if you're new here, you got to hit that follow button. You got to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you got to get tapped in, because if, you know, no offense, but if you're asking these questions, yes, I mean, we've been talking about this. You got to get tapped in. We've been laying it down about how the bottom's not in. The markets are going lower. Remember when XRP was pumping up above 40 cents, we just went, and I said, guys, this doesn't feel right. It feels like the XRP holders are about to get set up once again. And I was pretty much the only XRP influencer I heard saying that. The only person in the community that was saying, guys, this is a setup. This doesn't feel right. And once again, we're back down. We come back down with the rest of the market, and I still believe that we have lower to go. But then the reason why you're asking that question is because you want to wait to buy the dip. You want to wait to buy at cheaper prices. You got to change your mindset, guys. Focus on how big can you get your bag. How big do I need to get my bag based off of where this thing's going? Because that means that you understand your investment. If XRP is going to $100, how rich are you trying to get? You only need 1 mil? You need 10 mil? Do the math. I can't answer these questions for you guys. I'm trying to build I am building generational wealth. And I've stacked targets on my XRP bag that are good. Now, I am waiting to buy lower on other coins. Because yes, I do believe that we are going lower. Will it be used as a retail currency? We're getting a whole lot of noob questions tonight. Yes, retail can use it. You and I can use the XRP ledger. Is Ripple going to give the rest of their XRP for retail speculators, Joe Blow, me and you? No. Ripple's only giving their XRP to on-demand liquidity partners and people that are actually using for XRP for utility. So that's why I say XRP is not meant for us, is because it's meant to be used as a liquidity asset and token for financial institutions. But anybody can use it. Coinbase relist is key. Yes, true. But remember that we pumped to $4 last bull run without Coinbase listed. We didn't have any of these exchanges. We didn't have Coinbase. We didn't have Uphold. Back in the previous bull run, we pumped to $3 and 80 cents with none of these exchanges. James Mutar, I appreciate that. I appreciate that kind words. Says he's been smashing the thumbs up on all of the videos lately. James, I appreciate that. If you guys can, let's hit that thumbs up. It helps us spread that message far and wide. Let's take a few more questions. Okay, but then how does it have wealth if the US dollar has no value if it's just utility? You're valuing XRP just off the value of the US dollar versus comparing it to all of the other currencies that will be paired up against all the precious metals. You're not considering the fact that to run some of these larger markets, you're going to need a higher price of XRP. You know, it's funny because I was thinking about this, about how it's hard for me. I'm sorry if I'm giving a little attitude. It's hard for me to take some of these basic questions, right? But golly, I feel like I need to put out some more basic content because there's still so many new people. And God bless you if you're new, if you're trying to figure this out, as long as you pull up with respect. As long as you pull up with the open mind and you're actually trying to learn. Price to what? It's always priced to US dollars. No, there's other currency pairs, Nuctex. There's other currency pairs. Jemmy, that's a good point. You can just go back and watch all my old TikToks. If you guys are looking to get the basics on XRP, go watch how I threw it down last year. dedicated a chunk of my life to breaking down XRP on TikTok last year. Thoughts on Uphold 4% back debit card? It's nice. Nuctex, what's the value of your food that you buy at the grocery store, right? It's more, right? But you still buy it. You still need it, right? You need the utility, the energy that it provides you, right? So you can match up XRP against the US dollar, the Japanese yen, any currency you want, gold, silver, any asset commodity you want, any NFT you want. Valued in XRP, how much is this picture of a pudgy penguin worth? It doesn't make a shit, my friend. You want to not accept US dollars? You want to use it something else? Go ahead. What the hell are you talking about, my friend? The whole market is valued against USD damn near. And there's so many currency pairs with the dollar, right? Yes, but its value is always talked about in US dollars. By the way, I have a big bag. Because everyone's using the US dollar. Like, what is the question? I don't get it. I don't want it. I don't care. I'm going to trade my XRP for probably real estate and businesses. If I have to trade from XRP to US dollar and then buy the real estate, or if I have to trade from XRP to US dollar, then buy the business, that's what I'm going to freaking do. Everybody's riled up about your exit strategy and what you're going to do, and valued in USD. I want a property that produces cash flow. I got silver here for you. I got XRP. I got US dollars. I want to buy your business. I'm going to give you 10,000 XRP down right now. God damn. People want to play around with this shit all night long, man. What are you talking about? It's unbelievable. Holy shit. Zach, I'm not doing the Fed buyback because I don't want the CBDC. Great. Neither do I. I want things of real value. Second Amendment, silver, XRP, gold, real estate, business in real estate that provides cash flow. I don't give a shit what we're trading. I have things of real value. What the hell do you got? When I want to go buy stuff that I want, I have currencies, commodities, essentials that people need and want. It's so simple. I think you get it. It's a difficult question to answer. It's not a freaking difficult question to answer. It just goes to show how people want to play around so freaking much. I wish I had more patience for you, my friend, but it's because I read it in the comments every day. I get the same questions. I get the same concerns. Oh, CBDC's evil. Oh, the Fed's bust. The Fed's gone. Okay, that's fine. I don't care if the Fed wants to buy my XRP, the Treasury Department wants to buy my, I don't care who it is. And I don't care if it is, they want to give me the US CBDC. If I can use that CBDC to go buy a house for my family, to go buy a ranch for my family, to go buy real assets that will take care of my family, what the hell do I care? Now, if I got to take the chip, if I got to sell my soul, I'm not going to do stuff like that. Like, I don't do those programs. But I read it in the comments every damn day, man. Tool Citizen, thank you for the 589. Zach, based on how handsome you are, I'm guessing you won't need to upgrade to Wife 2.0 after XRP moons. Just a hunch. Yeah, I got a great wifey. I got a great wifey and family, and that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about for sure. Duo, I appreciate that super chat. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very blessed, man. I got a great family and everything. Yeah, man. I got to feed my family. I need diapers. You want silver? You want XRP? You want some precious metals in the form of Second Amendment? What skills, what services do I have? Prosperity fund in the house. Let's go. Can you explain the difference between Binance Peg XRP and actual XRP? Don't mess around with the Binance Peg XRP. That's all I'm going to say. Salamander, thank you for the 5 spot. My friend, you're drinking too much XRP from that cup. XRP, XDC, XLM, Quant are my bags. Salamander, absolutely, my friend. Love it. Thank you for the super chat, Salamander. Missy, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for making it rain, Missy. I appreciate you. Thank you for the stars there. Just trying to address my thoughts on value in it. It's a very fair question. Here's the deal, guys. Let's say this. If shit hits the fan, there's no market. There's no checking coin market cap during shit hit the fan, guys. That's what I think we need to understand. It's like people want to understand, well, when the dollar collapsed, like, what am I going to value everything at? Dude, how bad do you want to feed your family? And you're only going to know the value of that during that moment in time. Right? But as I say, blackout barter. We got our blackout barter. If the lights go out, we are still ready to get deals done. We got cash, we got silver, we got everything we need to conduct transactions, man. All bets are off, Jemmy. Absolutely. All right, guys. I am going to end up this session. I do appreciate all of you guys so much for joining me tonight. Thank you. It's fun to take some questions. We went for an hour and 13 minutes. 600 in the live chat tonight. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. It's everything's over at the website. If you guys want to tap in, I will see you guys over there. Thank you so much. Tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you there. God bless you all. Thank you.